there's one thing everybody loves, is a quick, easy pancake that they can enjoy. Now, how about if we made it with some oats? We're about to go ahead and make some oat pancakes. I made them in a video before, and of course you guys wanted the recipe. I added in some protein powder into that. Now, I know some people probably don't have access to protein powder or don't want to add protein powder to it. So today we're going to be making the oats without protein powder. And if you're looking for the recipe with protein powder, I'm definitely going to do that one for you. In the meantime, between time, let's get into our ingredient action. We're definitely using oats. A lot of people usually ask me which oats do I use, which brand. I switch it up because I really like the jumbo oats. So you can go ahead and get yourself some jumbo oats as well. So we're gonna start with all the dry ingredients. This is about half a cup of just plain old oats. We're gonna go in with half a teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're gonna go in with our nutmeg, which we're gonna do about half a teaspoon as well. And then we're gonna go in with our cinnamon. And lastly, our sugar. Honestly, if you do not want to use any sugar, it's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna go in with 1 teaspoon, mainly because bananas usually do have sugar as well. So we're gonna go ahead and blend all of this together. Why are we blending everything together? We really want the oat flour to be really fine, of course, just like how you would use all-purpose flour. So let's go ahead and do that. So you always want to mix your dry ingredients first together, and this seems well mixed. I'm just going to check in on them. Yeah, it's quite fine. That's essentially what you want. Now, in our bowl right here, we're just going to go ahead and take our banana. And this is an overly ripe banana. It's perfectly fine if you just have a normal banana. I usually put my overly ripe bananas into my fridge, so they're like nice and cold. I'm gonna add in the banana into the bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and crush it like to be really smooth. So now that our banana is nice and smooth, we can go in with our flour. Okay, so we've added in the flour, and now it's time for us to add in our wet ingredients. We're gonna go in with 1 whole egg. If you would prefer to use egg whites, go right ahead and do that as well. Of course, you need to increase this recipe depending on how many people you're cooking it for or how many pancakes you want to make for yourself and save some. We're gonna go in with some milk. The consistency we're looking for these pancakes are more or less like a really nice, thick looking, and it seems as though that's not gonna happen. So the consistency is still a little bit too smooth. We're gonna go ahead and blend out some more oats in order to get it to the texture that we need it to be at. So we now have the batter at the consistency we want it at, which is, you really want it like that, somewhat chunky. You know, when you're making fluffy pancakes. So you just need to ensure that they're well combined. So the secret to making these pancakes even healthier is, of course, the fat that you use. Not to say that butter is bad, but we're gonna be using coconut oil, and you guys know I love Pentaste. If you're curious about the pan that I'm using a Decini grill pan. I've had it for years. I'm gonna link it below. I've also used it in one of my pancake recipes as well. I'm gonna link that. Now we're gonna go ahead and start scooping. And you really don't want like extra big pancakes. Well, this is all dependent on what you prefer. I just kind of like them nice and small because they can fit into my lunchbox. We are cooking the pancakes on medium high, and once they cook on, of course, one side, we're gonna flip them over. How are we gonna know? The bubbles usually guide us onto knowing if the pancake is done, and of course, when you flip it over, it's like golden brown. Let's flip this. If you're looking for the right measurements to the ingredients, they are down below. One thing I gotta say, once you mix the batter, which prep time takes you about 5 minutes to get the batter to the consistency you want, or even 5 to 6 minutes, whipping up these will just take you about another, 6 minutes as well. So total cook time plus prep time, I wanna say everything will be under 15 minutes. It's possibly gonna be less if you're moving slow, that is. And the best part is you can freeze this batch of pancakes, and you can be able to have them the next day for breakfast or the other day. I would not advise for you to freeze this for a month or 3 weeks. I would only say do it in batches, like, you know, this week's, next week you can switch it up and add some blueberries on the inside or some strawberries, whatever it is that you please, or different flavors of protein. But this is my banana oat pancakes recipe. I am definitely gonna be making myself chaya sakumi. Don't you enjoy? Yes, it's now 4 o'clock when we're shooting. So definitely this is a breakfast dish. So ntaye enjoy na chaya sakumi iwe na iliki kwanza. Iliki yenyewe. Anyway, until the next episode, guys, let me know below which other breakfast recipe you would like to see. A lot of you have been asking me for a lot of breakfast recipes, so hit my comment section. Until the next video, are you eating delicious? Are you investing in your health? Are you drinking water and minding your business? Those are the 3 things you need to be doing.